Okay.
Then I slip.
When 4-year-old Balin plays at home, his mom is there to catch him should he fall.
Oh, gosh.
I got it.
And when mom and dad are at work and Balin is at school playing, they hope for that same kind of love and support from his teachers that he gets at home.
There's so much going on in this world. I just want a place where my son feels that he's safe.
And Balin's mother, Samantha Johns, says that he gets all those things and more from being in preschool at Pilgrim Lutheran School in Menomonee Falls.
Balin went to 4K, he had open house, and he had not seen them over the summer, and he literally jumped in Miss Melso's arms, and he saw Miss Roush, and he jumped in Miss Roush's arms, and he jumped in Miss Rachel's arms, and they gave him just as big of a hug as he gave them.
The Johns have recently moved to Greenfield, more than 20 miles away from Pilgrim. Of course, there are plenty of other preschool options that would be closer to them, but they are passionate about Balin continuing his education at Pilgrim.
It's so much more than a school, it's a family. They do so much there. He's learning every day, he's talking about the Bible every day, but he's still an individual. He is not just one of 15.
The student-to-staff ratio is fairly low, 10 students to 1 teacher in 3K, and 13 to 1 for the 4K. This means more individualized attention for each child.
I remember being a young parent when having little kids. I mean, my kids are big now, but I remember those days and having someone to talk to or, bounce some ideas off of or just being there to support them, I think is huge.
Besides teaching the children basic reading and writing skills and giving them creative playtime, Ms. Melzo has 2 primary goals for the kids. 1, create a strong, lifelong foundation in God's Word. And 2, teach the children the necessary social and emotional skills that will make them kindergarten ready. Basically, Ms. Melzo and the preschool staff are teaching the students how to learn.
We're hearing nowadays a lot of kids are getting into kindergarten and not even understanding how to sit still and listen to a story or how to interact with their peers or the back and forth between a child and a teacher. So we teach a lot of social skills.
I appreciate the fact that in addition to the numbers and letters and the reading and writing, they also focus on Christ throughout the rest of the activities in the day.
Michelle Burmeister is the mother of another student in Pilgrim's preschool. Her family attends a different church, but she says it's the proximity to their home and the ability to choose their own schedule that brought them to Pilgrim's preschool. But what has kept them here is the Christ-centered education. And she says she can definitely see how that's impacted her children.
Apologizing when you do something to hurt somebody is something we've always done with the kids since they were tiny. But we never incorporated the I forgive you piece from the other sibling or from mom and dad. And that's something that we learned that they do here, in orientation. They were sharing that with us. And I think that's so important because that's one of the biggest lessons that Jesus taught us, was that we will be forgiven by Him.
In speaking with parents, they all agree that with an age-appropriate mixture of academics and playtime, the outstanding teachers and staff at Pilgrim are always willing to go above and beyond and give individualized attention to all the children. Michelle says she's seen that in her own son.
Last year in particular, when Robbie was in 3K, we were having a lot of explosive behavioral episodes at home, a lot of yelling, a lot of frustration, a lot of anger from him. And I talked to Mrs. Roush about it, and she gave me some really great tips to not only use at home. And she said, with him here, we'll work on it, and when we see him getting angry or elevated, we'll try to do something that will calm him right away, or something productive that'll rechannel his energy and anger. And it did.
What do you think? We want to be there to support the families. And I'm hoping that we're able to do that through keeping in contact with the families, letting them know we're here if they have any questions.
God's Word, great teachers, a great preschool director, and great parents. All of those things coming together, it's just a blessing.
And it's that family focus that Samantha says makes that drive through rush hour traffic to Pilgrim every day worth it.
Everything that I had wanted from a school, I have found in that school.
And also why, she says, her and her husband plan to send Balin back to Pilgrim for kindergarten next year, and for as many years after that as possible.
I feel he's so well-rounded as an individual. He is learning who he is through the Bible. He is learning about who he is in his academics. He's learning who he is as a friend.